Hey, it's Chris and Jodette. We're taking a break from the studio and we're headed to Binders to see our friend Howard at an incredible art store in Atlanta, Binders Art Supply. We're going to do a couple product reviews, see what happens. Jodette wants to talk about these Microns, and these are archival. They're not going to fade, they're waterproof, and she's a huge fan of these. And there's really just two that she uses.
I use these a lot, and this number one I don't use as much, but I like having.
What's your favorite
number one.
size?
The favorite size of mine is the 05s, and they're great for they're waterproof, and they're fabulous for drawing over watercolors. So I've got a lot of kids that like to draw with this pen, and the 05s, and then there's also a brush pen, which is not one of my favorites, but you can use the brush. And then there's a brown pen and a black pen, and there's all different colors that you can use, and you can even try out the different ones. But the ones that are a lower number, like the 01s, the 02s, and the 03s, are too thin. If you really want something thin, they're great, but the 05s are thin enough for me, but they're thick enough for me too. And the 01s, sometimes they don't last as long. You know, they just don't.
Or they don't last as long because of the people you give them to.
Because they're so thin.
You know, like the little kids are going to be not gentle with them.
And then the Jelly Roll pen, I usually use the Jelly Roll pens that they have for them to sign if they're signing a paper.
I don't even know what a Jelly Roll is.
The Jelly Roll pens are great if you like them. These are permanent. These, I guess, are permanent, but I like them to sign papers with. So artist papers. So the white ones work good for that. And sometimes they have. I love this store because it has so many choices, and you can buy them separate, and you can also get them in.
But there's 4 companies here, and you always end with the Micron.
Yes, I love the Microns. So
how come?
I really like those. They just go on really nice and thin, and they also go on over the watercolor. So I have a lot of kids that do watercolor, and
how wide is the one?
They like it.
What is
the one is real thin.
What is the thickness here?
And it doesn't last.
Do you know what that would be? This kind of mark though, this light mark like this, or you're kind of drawing and you're sketching. If you did a watercolor journaling in Italy and you didn't want to take any kind of pen and ink mess that could leak and be a mess, these would be great. And then you could do it in black, and I'll bet you the sepia would be really nice.
Yes, the sepia.
Doing it with really a certain brown, that's orange.
Well, and it may be, I don't know, you can tell by the colors by the end of at the very end, it's black or brown.
Yeah, the sepia is much better to do outdoor landscape with.
Yes.
This brown. That would be nice. So that's if you want to get out of pen and ink and you don't want to mess, and it's not going to leak all over your stuff. It's not in your luggage. I think this would be huge. And I think also in the smaller sizes, I think you do the 1 and the 5.
Like this one has a lot of the sizes in it. But
yeah, but you're not going to use some of those monster sizes.
Right. I don't use them all, but sometimes just a small pack of 3, you get 3 different sizes in it.